Is the generator burning? And as we can see, half the city is quite literally burnt. Well, hello there and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be continuing on with Frostpunk. And I have decided that we are going to be playing the next scenario, not the refugees. The reason being that I thought it would be quite a bit boring to play the same scenario twice in a row. So perhaps once we have finished Frostpunk 1, I might return back to it and retry it, depending on whether or not you want me to do it. But for now, we are going to continue on with the Fall of Winterhome. You might remember this from the new home scenario, the main scenario, because we do see the Fall of Winterhome over there. So, we have built our city to survive the long winter. Now, we have to fight against time to save it, and our lives from impending doom. Let's start it now. Ooh, a little cutscene.
To whoever is out there, if anyone, know that we were here. We did our best. We, the survivors, doomed by our own mistakes, aware of the risks and the price to pay. We took our last chance. And we failed.
Quite the grim start for the new scenario, but we already know that we cannot save Winterhome. The Fall of Winterhome. Our generator is malfunctioning. After our leader ignored the problem for weeks, unbearable cold and brutal regression drove us to rise up against him. We didn't go down without a fight, and half the city was burned to the ground in the fighting. With the generator hastily patched up, your first task as a new leader is to restore Winterhome and convince people it has a future. Then you will be able to investigate the cause of the generator malfunctions. Yeah, the writing is not great with the white background, but whatever. Proceed. Is the generator burning? And as we can see, half the city is quite literally burnt. And we will have to fix everything. Restore the city. Our people are suffering in this badly planned, starving, half-ruined city. You have to restore their hope and quell their discontent. For a start, remove the charred ruins to show that the city is recovering. Our engineers will inspect the generator once you deal with their present crisis. Okay, immediately stop the game. This is the first thing we want to do in this scenario. I did play it a few times. In the end, after my first video, I did manage to beat it. It wasn't the best ending, but I did get a good ending at least. So that is going for me. First of all, we want immediately our medical post to be operating. Because as you can already see, we have quite a bit sick with 11 gravely ill. Which is why we want to immediately go for the Book of Loaves, where we'll go for radical treatment right off the bat. Then, as you can see, there are a lot of ruins, which we will need to remove. That is quite one of the tasks. Remove 30 ruins. Preferably, we want to remove all of them, because all of these have some steel or wood in them, which will be very much helpful for us. We will also need food, so let's send some people to gather food. And as you may notice, the placement of Hunter's huts is absolutely terrible. And as you may have also noticed, we have already some laws picked up for us. Fighting arena, public house, child labor, and all jobs child labor. And we have corpse disposal and instead of cemeteries picked up. Which means we can't go for ceremonial funerals, but Yeah, that is not one of our concerns. Going for organ transplants will be better for us in the long run, at least in this scenario. We could have also gone for soups, but these 11 gravely sick will die before the second day, or at the second day, I think. And once that happens, all of our hope will just drop, and they will not be happy about it, let's say. We also want some gathering posts. I will build one there, and do I place it here? Yeah, let's place it there. I will instead send just some workers over there. We also want to send workers to every single ruin that there is. Is this a ruin? Yes, it is. We want all of these ruins to be cleaned up, especially the ones next to the generator. Because, as you may also notice, a lot of our housing, a lot of our tents are not in heated zones. Like, they don't have steam hubs around them. That is not preferable, because the longer they stay in chilly environments, the more likely they will be to get sick, and we don't really have a lot of medical facilities right now. So we want to clean these up as soon as possible. Okay, these should be the ones around our generator, all being cleaned up right now. So then we have to go over here to get rid of these steel ruins right on top of our iron ore, because we need both of these operations. In fact, I will start one of them right off the bat. We need this to work at all times. Coal for now is not going to be an issue, because we already have an outpost and it is on a coal mine. So they will be giving us 800 coal per day. And for starters, that will be enough for now. Later on, we will obviously need more. We will also obviously need some food and some of these, but for now I can't really pick them. Let me get some workers and engineers off, actually. I will send children instead. Can I please pick this? Thank you. Let's send some children over here. I will give 5 workers over there to reduce the discontent, and let's get some engineers as well. Where do we have them? Right over here. Do I actually need this right now? Yes, I do. So that I can get Hunter's Tactics as soon as possible. Now, with all of this being done, I have a few things to say. First of all, I will apologize for not being able to upload for a very long time. It should have been, what, about 2 weeks since the last upload. By the time you are watching this, it will be just less than 1 week, because I will have uploaded one video, the Dying Light video. The Dying Light video was actually made 2 weeks ago. I planned to release that a week ago, but there were some issues. The issues being that I had my final exams during the last week, so I couldn't really upload a video at that time. I had to prioritize my studies, better said. As I had said in the first video, this is not something that I am doing as a job. It is my hobby. I do it because I want to. So when it comes to things like whether or not I will be focusing on my studies or on YouTube, it will always be my studies. Because at the end of the day, my work is going to be, hopefully, something related to the things that I have learned in the university. Now, that is not a guarantee, that is for certain. It could be that I don't find a job with my own branch. If you are wondering, by the way, I am a molecular biologist. I'm a molecular biology student. And I do want to become an academician. And I am trying my best to do that, but I am also playing games. I am pretty much a game addict. So I thought, why not make some YouTube videos as well? Since I'm going to be playing games anyways, might as well make a few bucks out of it, let's say. I will take more workers out of here so that I can get some scouts. Snow cliff it is. Other than that, I have also some good news. One of them being that I am now in summer vacation. I believe it was called. So I am at home. I have, technically speaking, more free time, but not really. I will get to that in a second. Help the amputees, do less harm. Sir, a doctor wants to talk to you about improving medical treatment. I was a field surgeon in the Boer War and worked with the Royal Society to reduce the rate of limb loss in army hospitals. I believe I can devise a method that will cut the number of amputations during radical treatment. This engineer won't be able to work up the rise slightly. Sure, anything that raises my hope. What was I saying again? By the way, I have also severe B12 deficiency, so I am very much forgetful. Don't know if you had noticed it before or not. Yeah. Alright, I was talking about the news. So, yes, technically speaking, I don't have a lot of free time. I will get into it in a bit. Other than that, I am at home now, so there's not a whole lot of risk of someone suddenly popping in to my room, as supposed when I was in dorm, where there was always such a risk. The only issue with being at home is it feels weird, because I know that at all times my mother, not at all times, but most often my mother or someone else from my family is going to be in the house, and they will most likely listen to me that they shouldn't just enter the room all of a sudden. That is not the issue. The issue is that they are always going to be able to hear me, let's say. Under normal conditions, I don't really call homes. In this scenario, by the way, we should not promise them that we will heat the homes, because, as I said, most of our homes are outside of the generator heating zone, so even if I turn the generator on, most of these are still not going to be heated. I could put down some heating hubs over here. Speaking of which, I will tell these ones to only work during working hours, because there are no homes over there. I could put some heating hubs over there, but instead I will focus on trying to get rid of these ones over here, so that I can then carry them over here instead. By the way, tomorrow the temperatures will be dropping, and that is not going to be good for those that are gathering resources from the ruins directly, so let's try to squeeze in some more of these. One right over here perhaps, another one over there. Let's put one more. Do I get that? Yes, but I get more if I do this. And another one over here, I say. Yeah. We will need to build also some roads, I see. Let's do all of these very quickly. That is a very bad road, but I will leave it be because all of the roads are MS anyways. I will need to get rid of them. And we apparently also need one more road over here. Okay. Send over some children over there to gather the resources, I guess. Snow cliff. Near the base of the cliff, some dark forms are visible, buried deep under the ice and snow. Mysterious find. Several huge crates are buried here, exactly like the ones used to protect steam cores during transport. We will dig them out. We just get one steam core. I thought that they were talking about plural, like steam cores and not a steam core, but whatever. I will also go for overcrowding here. In this scenario, overcrowding is far more useful than extra rations, because we don't really want a lot of people working in gathering rations, and we just want to focus on healing a lot of the sick. As you can see, even with this, we are getting a lot more sick, because most of the housing, as I said, is not getting heated. So, other than my family always hearing me whilst I am talking and recording, the other issue is that I am now going to be posting my videos from my own internet, not my mobile internet perhaps, but my own Wi-Fi, let's say. And my Wi-Fi is slow. It is very much slow. In fact, for comparison, the last Dying Light video took around 3 hours for me to actually upload. When you compare that to the internet of my university, which I used to upload previously, it just took 1 hour. So my own internet is 3 times slower than the university is. Which means that I need a lot of time to actually post the video. Which is going to be why, one of the reasons, not exactly why it is, that I am going to be reducing the length of the videos again. And we are full on wood. Did we need wood? I don't think we really need wood. A voice in the ruins. Where? Which one? This one? Let's send some workers. I do not really care if they get frostbite. We need to rescue this because if we rescue them, our hope will rise, and we need right now our hope to rise. And we should also build some resource depots. Let's put one there and another one there. Should reduce the amount of wood that we have so that they can keep working. Man, we are getting a lot of wood. How can I get rid of this wood? Normally you would want a lot of wood, but right now, no. Thank you. Can I build a coal mine? Yes, I can. Not there, but I can build it here. However, I don't think that coal mines use a lot of wood, do they? Well, whatever. We'll need the coal anyways, eventually. I need something that uses a lot of... Actually, this uses the most. Let's put more of these, I guess. But where do I put these? Over here seems fine. But let's put it down further away. And let's... Do I put one there? Is this being collected? I don't think that is being collected. Let's get another gathering post. Right over here. Then I will get more resource depots right at this direction. Sure, why not? Let's make the road. Okay, this should be fine. Yes, we did use our steam core. Doesn't matter. Let's do this. We are getting rid of ruins. Perfect. Some ruins cleared. People have noticed the ongoing effort to clear the city of ruins, and they appreciate it. A lot remains to be done, of course, but Winterhome already seems to be breathing a little easier. I'm glad to hear that. Hope will rise slightly. Perfect. That is what we need. First amputation. Yeah. Not really something that we can do about right now. We need to prioritize other things. Fewer amputations. Okay, that is perfect. So, the doctor who was trying to improve radical treatment is here. He's reporting a breakthrough. It is certainly an unorthodox method, and my learned colleagues would be appealed at the experiments I had to perform. But it works. I expect the number of amputations during radical treatment to be halved. He seems eager to get back to his everyday work and try his new method. Okay, that is perfect. A 50% reduction in amputation risk. How much was it normally? Does it say? Yeah. So now it should be 15%, I think. So that is a great reduction. And our scout team apparently reached the broken tree. A distinct spot in the Frostland. We can use it as a waypoint for further exploration. It leads to the Shrouded Cave. Let's immediately go there. Yeah, things are going great for now. We also now have better healthcare. Let's... Do I go for healthcare insulation? Could go for generator efficiency as well. Or for more scouts so that I can get larger scout sleds. Which one to go for? I don't really want to go for the steam coal mines, by the way. I will stockpile coal instead. But I could actually also go for it. But we will need this steam steelworks as soon as possible. Not this. We want to increase steel capacity and coal capacity. How long until this gets rid of? I think these people will die. And I can't really do anything about it. Sadly. Let's go for more coal. Yeah, let's go for more coal. Yeah, I don't think we can get them out in time. Sad. And we are getting a lot of sick. Can I make some bunkhouses over here? Yes. That is perfect. I need to make bunkhouses so that I can take the people outside of the city inside. Let's also upgrade some of them, I guess. Actually, we should be upgrading the ones that are outside, so they don't freeze over immediately. Why do did I upgrade 8 houses? Really? Actually, they didn't die. Perhaps we will be able to rescue them in time. But we have a lot of sick people. We need more healthcare. Let's leave the bunkhouse. Let's focus on these for now. How many beds do I have? 30, so I can get rid of 3 more houses. Let me see. Let's destroy this one, and that one. And apparently we need more healthcare, so medical post it is. One over here. Should do the job. What is it? This is survivor. So we pulled the child out of the ruins. He is the sole survivor of his family. He is badly burned and will die without proper medical attention, and we can't provide it yet. What do you mean can't provide? We can't treat the gravely ill, no. And we need more housing. They clear one more, yes, they did. Let's put one more over there. And I will try to focus on getting more healthcare. So this should be a total of 30 more healthcare. Actually, we don't need the heater right now. More people over there and more people over there. We need to treat as many people as we can. Most ruins cleared. Most of the charred skeletons of houses that met Winterhome are gone. The countless hours of toil put into their removal paid off. People are no longer constantly reminded of the night of terror and chaos. Well done. So we did clear 30 ruins. Perfect. Now we need to start focusing a bit more on reducing discontent and increasing our hope. For which we most likely should go for a purpose about right now. This one is useless for now, but it will be useful later on. Let's turn that off and send people over there. That being said, I will, however, end the video right over here. Because as I said, the videos are now going to be just about 20 minutes long. And unfortunately, it has already been 20 minutes. Yes, time passes quite quickly, I know. So, thanks for watching. I hope that you have liked this video. And I hope to see you in the next one. See you later.